the financial shock brought on by the fraud scandal in late 2017. Various stakeholders from government to the private sector and indeed the drivers of the African Continental Free Trade Area have put the township economy and its potential for growth under the spotlight for some time now. The inaugural Township Economy Conference and Expo looked not to only drive the creation of growing entrepreneurs, but also share information for access to finance and markets. Our business reporter Ndogozo Kumalo attended the conference and filed this report.
With 2 out of every 10 South African employed in townships, businesses operating in those markets say that it's time they are seen as significant building blocks to South Africa's economic growth. The founder and president of the Township Economy Commission, Bheki Twala, says the Township Economy Conference and Expo is a springboard for businesses operating in townships and looking to grow.
We need this kind of platforms, so that at the end of the day, township economy, we've got a reason, to push and make sure that township economy gets the attention it deserves, which we are very happy because now we've got the government on board. We've got the Township Economic Development Act, which was signed last year. Now we are in terms of the public sector, government and the government institutions are on board. Now we are busy now working with the private sector.
Twala says over the 2-day conference and expo, various topics, including improving access to markets, were discussed. Poor access to the markets is a hurdle faced by many entrepreneurs, such as clothing manufacturer Portia Sikolo.
The challenges that I face is on marketing. I need a market, I need exposure. So I've got a space where I do, and I've got people who are helping me.
Proudly South Africa echoes those sentiments and partners with entrepreneurs such as Sikolo to not only scale their businesses, but also access new markets.
We've brought 3 of those companies here today to ensure that they benefit from the fit that are walking through the doors of this conference, the doors of this expo, such that they can then be exposed to a wider audience. Because the biggest challenge that a lot of them tell us about on a day-to-day basis is they are not able to expose themselves beyond the communities in which they operate.
We are the first black-owned business in Africa to manufacture mouthwash packaged in a sachet. The whole idea is to provide you oral hygiene on the go. So at the conference, we actually, one of the things that we benefited from the conference is the business connections, because a lot of people are willing to help us to get into retail space, because it's been a challenge to get our product into the retail space.
Spego Jewelers was started last year in April. So we design and manufacture jewelry, we custom make, we polish, we repair jewelry. So we design and manufacture in gold, silver and platinum.
Diversification of offerings by businesses from the township was also a huge theme over the 2 days. Brian Dubazana from the Davidson Tourism Association runs heritage tours in the community, which in turn creates jobs for young people of Davidson. He says he's looking to scale that business.
Tourism has been hard hit by COVID, so we want to revive township tourism, especially the heritage side of it, because we find that there's a lot of businesses in the township, especially the B&Bs, the food stalls, the textile, and also the history and the tours, because tours are important to revive and boost the township economy.
Business owner and social entrepreneur Arifa Elimdeen says she has benefited immensely from the conference and has made real connections, including a deal to offer travel packages to Stockvels in Soweto. She believes that townships are teeming with opportunities and that with a little bit of formalization in the market, sustainable growth is possible. For Newzroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Ndogozo Kumalo in Ekurhuleni.
South Africa